Hey Rockstars, Lid Shaw, Recording Studio Rockstars, and I wanted to do a cool plugin review with you today. So I just got in a new plugin from Plugin Alliance that is super cool, and it is called, let me make sure I get the name exactly right, so hang tight. It is the Lindell 354E Multiband Compressor. So this thing is really cool. Let me turn off my phone. This thing is really cool. What it does is it is modeled after the original Neve 2254 compressors, which are fantastic. I used to use those all the time on vocals. They're great for bass. They're great for all kinds of stuff. They're fantastic on piano too, as I recall. But they came up with a multi-band version. So you have 3 different bands on this model that are all linked together. They have crossover points, and you can dial in each compressor separately. Really cool. It's taking a great classic Neve compressor and it's putting it into a modern use plug-in form so that you can get that same or similar sound in your mix, plus a little extra because you got the multi-band. So let's check this out. This is essentially, I think they're calling this sort of a mastering version. I'm going to use it in a mix. We're going to use it to just kind of mess around with the drum track and show you what it does. So let me put this away for just a sec. Switch over to full screen mode for Pro Tools, and I'll just give you a taste of what my drums are here. This is just a full drum kit. We got inner kick mic, outer mic, snare top and bottom, a compressed snare, sidechain, some drum reverbs going on, tom tracks, overheads, and a drum room. I've recorded all this right here at my studio, the Toy Box Studio. Sounds like this, the way I had it before we start getting into the 354. Sounds pretty good already. I mean, sorry, cool drum sound. It sounds pretty good already. It's got some excitement to it. It's sounding pretty good, but I want to take it to the next level. So what can we do? Let's try this guy on it. I am dropping the Lindell 354E on the drum bus track, which is down here. You see I've routed everything in my drum mix to hit the drum bus, and then it goes from there to the mix bus, which is down here. So I'm going to drop this across the drum bus track, and then we can just drop it in and out of bypass, and I'll let you hear the difference. So I'm trying to remember to mute and unmute my mic because I'm doing this live this time. Okay, let me do that one more time for you. So this is, first I'm going to play it in bypass, and then I'll drop it into, I'll enable the plugin so you can hear it on the track. Awesome. So hopefully you could hear that pretty much excites the drums right off the bat. Now, if you know enough about sounds, you know that, when you make something sound louder, it can sound a little more exciting anyway, which is, in my opinion, not necessarily a bad thing. We're just trying to make music sound exciting anyway. But let me show you what's going on in these. I tried to level match them pretty close. It's still a little bit louder than the original, but I'm not boosting here. Getting maybe a little bit of boost on the individual ones because these sort of start out down around here, and then I just boosted them up a little bit. But what I've done is I've taken the low end, and I've got like a 1.5 to 1 ratio on this compressor. I'm doing a fast recovery or release, and I'm doing an open attack to let a lot of the low kind of punch through the track. So this is cool because it's got a solo button for each compressor, so you can check it out and see exactly what that frequency range sounds like. You have a crossover here, which is set right now to 205 hertz. So everything below 205 is going through this compressor and sounds like this in solo. Make sure that's right. Great. Now let me show you what the mids are doing. The mids are a little more compression, rather 2 to 1, and still open attack because I want the punch, the transients to go through the mix, but then and still a quick recovery. So you don't hear an extreme filtering going on. It's pretty subtle. I think it's pretty gentle crossover curves. Then let's go to the highs and hear what that's doing. On this one, I'm doing a little more compression on the top end, really trying to smooth it out more. I tightened up the attack so that it grabs a little sooner, and I slow down the recovery some so that it kind of lets go of the compression a little slower. You can really hear the top end in that, right? So once again, we've got the lows, and you can see the needle movement right there. The mids, more compression right here. We can back this threshold off and sort of dial it in a little bit. And then the highs, hardly any compression, but you can start to see the needle movement right there. And then take off the solo, and you're going to hear them all together. Now let's add this niveau button. I actually don't know what this does, but I'm checking it out. We'll see if we hear a difference there. And out. Pretty cool. I kind of like it out. I feel like the in is a little bit almost like you're putting a transformer on the whole mix. It kind of darkens it a little bit, makes it a little bit more mysterious sounding to me somehow. Out gave it some clarity in the snare snap and stuff, and so I like that. Nuke button is pretty cool. Nuke button sounds like what it says it's going to sound like. It sounds like you just nuke the sound. So let's check that out. Awesome. And then I'll take it out. And then I'll bypass the whole thing. Sorry, I realized my video was covering up the nuke button. So there it is down on the bottom right. Dropped it in and out right there, and also that Niveau button. So one of the challenges of doing live video is that I'm getting used to timing all these camera switches live. But that's basically it. I'll include a link below this video so you can go check out this plugin, get a demo of it yourself from Plugin Alliance. They're a great company full of lots of fantastic plugins. I use a bunch of their plugins, and so it's really exciting to see a new one come out. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for being a rock star. Cheers.